start by saying good evening to the council members, the city staff, and all the citizens of Willmar. Our population and labor force are growing at a rapid pace, and I would just like to reiterate some of the positive things happening in our city. And before I go too far, I would like to say that we will be open for questions afterwards. So if there are any questions or comments, please keep them in mind. We had significant 2013 projects in Willmar. Willmar overhead door, McKenzie Mall tenant spaces, Arcus Construction built the YMCA. Somerset Water's Edge and Eagle Ridge Apartments are undergoing major refurbishment. Walmart has done a major refurbishment. Mills Auto Center has put up a huge warehouse, and I would like to have you take a look at that sometime. Ferguson Properties at the Holiday Inn have done an $11 million expansion, including 2 restaurants, as I understand. Heartland Orthopedics, Casey's is building another store. Stacy's Nursery has put up a new greenhouse, and Compassionate Care has done an addition to their store, to their place of business. January through November of 2013, total construction totaled $48.7 million, compared with 2012 was $17.1 million for the whole year. Upcoming projects, of which I cannot divulge information on what's happening with those, but to let you know what is happening, several large retail and industrial businesses are thinking about coming to town. There's a restaurant, mall expansion. Midwest Technologies has new tenants in mind, as well as a possible charter school. And the Rice Care Center has, you should take a look at this, by the way. The Rice Care Center is really neat. They have one portion done, and they're going to do another portion, as I understand it. And MnDOT has an expansion that is huge, and there are others, and we cannot forget the overlay project on East Highway 12 and the Lake and Drive project. Retail sales are estimated in Willmar to be $650 million. The unemployment rate is under 4%. The labor force is more than our population, 25,000. Our labor force in October of 2013, but our population in 2013 was about 20,000, a little over 20,000. So we're growing very well that way, and also we're getting a number of people from outside in our bedroom communities that are coming to our town. Median family income was up $1,000 from 2010, and we are now ranked 30th in that area out of 87 counties. I feel we have accomplished many things. 2 of the 3 quiet zones are completed, and the airport land issues are mostly resolved and moving forward. As always, I will be upfront and candid with you. Things have not always gone smoothly, and it is no secret that we have some struggles. I promise you transparency, and that is what I have tried to give you. And it is my intention to work hard to get everyone back on the same page and to do what is best for our city. Our charter establishes a strong city council, a weak mayor, and a city administration which has no discretionary authority other than what has been articulated to them by the city council. Simple, yes, but every element of our governing misses out and doesn't follow these simple precepts, and of course, this is the result of some of the problems we are experiencing at this time. We have non-elected people trying to run the city without the information that the council has. My role of representing the city does not, by charter, include management authority. However, my oversight and budget setting responsibility raises the need for me to speak out about this. I have found that, unfortunately, the past mindset of some council members, local critics, and a local newspaper have discouraged discussion of issues in council, particularly with those with alternative options. It seems that in the past, things appear to have been worked out prior to the meetings instead of in the public eye, and I feel it is in the best interest of our taxpayers to know how and why certain decisions are made and how their tax dollars are being spent. The council needs to be more involved with what is going on in our community. Administration has not always been as open as needed. I want to encourage staff recommendations, but it is the council's responsibility to question those recommendations. Look for ways to lower costs and eliminate duplicate services. Our professionals are the most knowledgeable about where these opportunities exist. In summary, I would like to say that I intend to speak out more when I feel council needs to provide direction to administration and encourage involvement of both the council and me at earlier stages than it has been done in the past. Again, working together rather than as competitors will serve, when we're much better, it will benefit the taxpayers. Although we have some issues to work on, our city is in good hands. Thank you, and God bless. That's all I have. Are there any questions? Comments? Go ahead.
Question. Talking about the transparency issue, can you further exemplify what it is you're talking about? You know, I go back to our budgetary discussion of last fall, and we had, I don't know, 2 or 3 work sessions that were televised for the public to see. I think we're making an effort to be transparent. I don't feel that there's instances where there's some sort of backroom discussions on items and the decisions made before we meet. And I'd like you to clarify that just a little bit.
Well, I'd like to know what planet you're on, Dennis, because there is some things that are going on behind the scenes that I don't learn about until after the fact, you know, and so I mean that respectfully. You know, for you not to understand or to see that this is happening, I feel bad for you. I really do.
I don't. Because I don't think it's happening to that great an extent. You know, I'm sure that there are some things, but I think we so many times talk about not violating the open meeting law. That's our code. So we don't do that. I don't know if I just don't see it that way.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
Yes, I am.
Any other questions or comments?
I guess I can comments. I can agree with Councilman Anderson. I don't see that we are doing things behind closed doors. I think everything's done out in the open. I guess you know, for the mayor not to criticize the council member for him not knowing what's going on. I don't know if that's really should be done here at this table, but I do have real high regards for the council and their ability to do things above the board in public eye, and we're internally confident of what open meeting and open meeting laws entail. So.
Go ahead. Anything? Are there any further discussions? I have the highest regard for this council of myself, and I would like to say that openly and candidly that I have high regards for this council. This council has been accused of being dysfunctional. This council is not dysfunctional. This is a good council. I'm sorry, go ahead. Is there any further comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll go into the will.